Okay. Hey guys. What's up? It's your real pink metalhead. Thank you guys so much for joining me in the live stream. So this is going to be something different. Me and Barry are basically going to have a discussion on what we like to call cancel culture. And we're having this discussion on a website that's called GrtVokl.com. I actually have the link in the description bar below, and at the end you guys will be able to cam up and continue on the discussion. So basically cancel culture. What is cancel culture? Well, if you guys are on social media, you'll realize that it seems like almost every single day there's someone else in the news who's like canceled, quote unquote, because they were found in this scandal or they were, accused of this or that. We have Roseanne, we have Cosby, and a whole bunch of other people. We had Maynard was almost canceled, and all the other stuff. So we're basically going to just be discussing what do we feel about this kind of culture. So, Barry, do you think cancel culture is a positive or a negative thing?
I definitely think it's a positive thing, but there's definitely reasons for it not to be so heavily you shouldn't be able to heavily come down on a person just because you found out about an accusation, like as soon as somebody's canceled nowadays, or as soon as you find out about somebody's accusation, it's automatically they're canceled, be gone. We don't want to see anything from you anymore, And so I definitely think it's way too extreme nowadays. There's definitely certain cases where they need to be immediately excommunicated and gone from the community which they're in. But there are certain cases where there needs to be some sort of due process for sure.
Right. Yeah. And okay, so can you give me an example of like a case or someone that you thought deserved to be canceled?
Well, basically, starting off with the most obvious one, I would think would be a Woody Allen, the famous director, was charged has had accusations about him and his wife's adopted daughter about him having sexual relations with her for years, and there's been nothing that they've got into like legal fights about it as far as like suing for custody and this, that, and the other, but he's still been able to go on with his career and create numerous movies and numerous make lots and lots of money off of just him being who he is. And I don't think that's quite right, considering the crime that he was accused of and hasn't had too much evidence to the contrary,
Okay, I understand. Yeah, I totally understand that and everything. However, I feel like cancel culture is a little bit inconsistent with who it chooses to cancel. For example, you mentioned Woody Allen. Even though his case happened way before this cancel culture and this social media, like some people call it PC culture, happened, but still, we got Cosby, like he's been canceled, but still there are other people that I feel like we look over, like I don't know, but I was thinking about Roseanne, and she was canceled quick, like oh my, like she was canceled so quick, and the only issue that I have with cancel culture is it too late to learn from past mistakes? Like
with her, it doesn't appear that she wants to learn from past mistakes, because this is not the first time something has happened with her calling another person of color a monkey, or calling another person a derogatory term. You know, she's had numerous instances where she's called. I think the last one was she called Valerie Jarrett a monkey of some sort. Like, okay, this is not this is not this is not acceptable in any form. So,
right. I understand that. Yeah, I definitely get that. However,
however,
what about in, like, let's say hip hop culture, and okay, let me just say music culture in general, because
okay.
as we know, we this is Pink Metalhead, right? So in metal music, we've discussed this before, but Phil from Pantera, right?
Yes.
He's had some things in his past. He said some things in his past that can be offensive to others. However, it almost seems like a lot of people, especially in our audience, didn't want to cancel him.
No,
So
I don't know.
there's inconsistencies. What do you think about that?
There's definitely inconsistencies, because mostly that they grew up with a person's music, and so they don't want to believe that this person may be at worst a super insensitive person. I mean, and yeah, because they cling to his music so much, and that he's so much of a great musician, if you will. They don't want to believe in their head that this person could possibly not be the best role model or the best person outside of his music. And so when you cling to this hero worship, if you will, idea, and like when you listen to this person's music, like over the years, you find it hard to come to grips that this person may not be the greatest of humans, you know.
And
Even though he's demonstrated over the years, through like the early 90s, of him having questionable statements on stage concerning white power, or saying, do you believe in who you are, you know, white.
Yeah.
And so it's a
I
sad
totally
situation.
agree with that. I agree with that 100%, because what's so funny about this cancel culture, it's basically an epidemic, because every single day, like I said, you check your phone and somebody else, some other celebrity, some other public figure has been ousted by someone, you know what I mean, has said something racist. Just the other day, I was sitting on my couch and I saw Mr. Papa John's was out here calling people the N-word. I'm like, dang, like I can't even enjoy a slice of pizza now. Like,
Not at all.
Every single day is being canceled and canceled and canceled. So it's like, I feel like when it comes to people like Phil, it's okay to cancel people, but when it's your idol, when it's your favorite childhood musician or somebody that you revere, it's like, oh, hold up, like, no.
Nope.
So that's the thing. But yeah, I feel like
I don't think people have any Papa John's here. Like they weren't, since they were little, like, oh, I have to have Papa John's pizza. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but there wasn't like any
yeah,
not at all.
Someone said Papa John's pizza is trash. He hates blacks.
Oh, really?
But yeah, I totally agree. It's really crazy. And we were talking about Maynard, right, from Tool, who was also accused of some sort of like sexual misconduct by someone. And the one thing with cancel culture is I feel like it makes people guilty until proven innocent instead of the other way around. What do you think?
Yeah, sure. That's the famous saying is innocent until proven guilty. But I feel like within the last 20, 30 years, or maybe just quite started to notice it, it's now guilty until proven innocent. And even but before you're proven innocent, even after you're proven innocent, people will still drag you for the same crime that you were found to be not guilty of. So it's really about public. It's really about public opinion these days, and not about the court of law or whatever.
That is very true, and it's very interesting because usually, like, of course, like you said, in the court of law, innocent until proven guilty. But I feel like when it comes to social media, even if it's like we're living in the era of fake news, like you don't know what's real, what's not. So it's unfortunate that like someone will put out a headline, it'll go viral, and then everyone cancels that person without knowing the facts. And I think that kind of makes cancel culture very vulnerable and very iffy, because it's like, are we really canceling the right people? I don't want to get too political, but some people will say that the president needs to be canceled.
Oop, oop.
But I'm not saying that's my view. I'm not saying that it isn't my view. I'm just saying, like, some people will say that there are officials and other things, not just, celebrities per se, but some people say that,
exactly.
office needs to be canceled and whatnot. But I don't know. What do you think? I want to ask you this question as we begin to wrap up. Do you think cancel culture and the drive of social media and social impact can actually penetrate like the court of law? Like, for example, Harvey Weinstein is in trial right now. What do you think about that? Do you think the social outcry is going to affect him in this case?
I think it already has. I mean, like there's like when that happened, that's all you saw on Twitter and all the social media is Harvey Weinstein is guilty, and he probably more than likely is with like 40 different like women coming out against him. But I mean, like there doesn't really need to be any court proceeding in order for the person to be found guilty, really, because regardless if he's found guilty or not, his career is done anyways. So there's no. I mean, the court of law is great in most instances, but as far as like in cases of celebrities getting in trouble for whatever the crime is, it's mostly it's about what the public thinks and whether the public can gives you the thumbs up or the thumbs down, and so it's really not about what it. I think definitely the public opinion definitely drives the court cases for sure. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I want to thank you, Barry, so much for having this discussion with me, guys. Check out the link below if you guys want to.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I don't know if my audio is still muted, but basically, if you guys want to continue on the discussion, click the link down below and you guys can just continue it and have your own discussion. I see there's a lot of you who have a lot to say. Please check it out. We'll still be here, I think the way that it works is that, if 3 more people come on, you guys can all have this discussion together and everyone gets like 15 minutes shared to discuss what you need to discuss and everything. So anyways, guys, love you. Don't forget to click the link below. Bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.